Hello guys, it's Jake again with the second part of my Torpedo Moscow save on Football Manager 2014. And before we get into the video, just like to say, if you haven't already, go watch Craig's videos of his save with Carlisle United on the channel, as they're pretty good videos. And as you can see here, we actually managed to get promoted, and I didn't end up coming back with another update because all my family's been around since I got back off holiday and I didn't have time to make a video, so I just carried on playing through the season to see where we ended up. So I'll go through the fixtures a little bit of last year and show you the league table and how we finished up. I don't really know where I left off. It may have been, I don't know, somewhere around here. Like it might have been this game or this one, I don't know. But if you just scroll down, you see we didn't lose many games apart from all the friendlies we had, and then the last couple of games of the season, but was already promoted by then, so it didn't really matter. So show you the league table from last year. See, we got promoted top of the league with 79 points off 36 games, only losing 3 games all season, and Gazovic Orenburg came up with us. And show you some of the signings I made last year, if you haven't already seen some of them. Transfer history last season. We only made 3 signings. The first one is Alexander Zotov, who is a defensive midfielder, really good anchorman, where he's been playing this season as well, as I signed him on loan for the first season in the Premier League. Not bad stats, pretty well all rounded. Next is Alexei Volodin from Academia Togliatti, and this guy is a regen, and you can see he's got an incredibly good potential, and currently he's not too shabby as he's been improving quite a lot. And he hasn't made many appearances for us this year as we have strengthened the team quite a lot. And finally there is Maxim Yepifanov from Astrakhan, and you can see he's a very good player and has just started to break into the first team. And you can see here he's unhappy because he wants to play more games, which I have not been giving him this year, which is why he's starting to step into the first team, as he has also been improving a lot and proving his worth. So I'll show you the signings for this season as well. First up is Mohamed Mokhtari, who is a Moroccan either striker or centre attacking mid, and he hasn't played any games for me this year, and I'm trying to get him out on loan, but he won't go out on loan to anyone. And didn't have a previous club, as he just popped up as a random regen in the search that I made for strikers. And this is where I found Jean-Jacques Adrianarina, who is a Madagascan striker who's made only a couple of appearances, and to be fair, he's not too bad. Can improve a bit, and might look towards loaning him out. Next was Timur Kobzev from Sibiriak, who is a regen as well and made a couple of appearances, so he's starting to break into the team already, and not too shabby when you look at his stats. Can improve a bit obviously, and he will do as he gets more game time and gets older. Next is Nikita Chicherin, who is a think he's a right back who got on a free transfer following his release from Dynamo Moscow. And as you can see there, he's obviously a pretty good player for us. And average match rating in this side is not too bad, as we have struggled quite a little bit this year. So we've got an okay average match rating, and his stats are alright. Next is Frank Musa, who I signed on a pre-contract from Coventry. This is he's Belgian, 25. I'm probably actually going to look towards letting him go, as I don't think he's that good. And his average match rating is pretty decent, but we've now got better players in, which I'll show you in a minute. Jamal Blackman from Chelsea is going to be, he has been the first choice keeper, but following the signing of another keeper, I think I'm going to move him down to backup keeper or second choice. You can see there, it's not too bad, and for a keeper that's an okay match rating, as keepers hardly ever get really good ratings in this game. Next was David Davis from Wolves, who is a centre mid, but as you'll see, he didn't get enough games and he was whinging at me like every 2 days to go back to Wolves, so I just terminated his loan. Next is Matt Smith from Leeds, 250k. I originally only wanted him on loan, but the board insisted that we get him on a transfer, and made 15 appearances with 8 goals, so it's not too shabby. He's not that great of a player apart from his heading and like his strength and all that, which is what he is renowned for in real life, really. So he's not been too bad. Next is Michael Jakubowski. Let's think it's that. From on loan from Lech Poznan. Not the greatest, but he's played quite a lot of games for me, as we didn't really have any other wingers who were that good, and he's got an okay match rating, but I'm not going to look towards signing him at the end of the season. Next is Alejandro Forlin, who was a free transfer following his release from QPR, and I actually tried to sign him on a pre-contract to do getting released from QPR, and he wanted about 35k in wages, which then reduced to 6k as he was released, and he's been alright. May look towards shifting him on, actually, as I'll show you in a minute. We are in incredibly bad financial straits, and he is worth a lot of money for us. Next is Peng Rinning. Is it Rinning? Yeah, Rinning. Chinese goalkeeper from Guangzhou. 400k. I want to put him as a first team keeper, even though he's not as good as Blackman. And you can see he's gone down in stats, but that is because he is injured. So hopefully he's going to come back as a pretty good keeper for us with his potential. And finally is Gael Kakuta, after his release from Chelsea. And he's a quality player for our standard of football. And you can see in his debut, he made one appearance. He's only made one appearance and scored 1 goal. So he's not a bad debut. You can see he's a very good player for our standard of football, as he's accustomed to playing in bigger leagues like the Eredivisie, and he's played quite a bit in the Premier League for Chelsea, Fulham and Bolton. And on the outs, show you the big ones. Andrei Ashutin for 975k to Terek Grozny. See, he's an alright regen. He had about 4.5 star potential for us, but for 975k and a 25% sell-on fee, I couldn't really turn that down. He's not that good, so made a pretty good deal there. And Sergei Golovanov gone to Zenit for 1.5 million, and this guy is very good. I reckon he has a 5-star potential and a 1.5 star current for us, I believe. Like I said, 1.5 million for a player of that standard, really you can't turn it down. And we probably got a future sell-on fee, but I can't really remember. So first I'll show you the finances before I go into the league table and how bad they are. See, we are currently 3 million in debt and predicted to be 6 million in debt, and that is because we hardly get any gate receipts at all from this season, and I think we have to pay something like £1 million to Saturn Moscow, whose ground we currently use, and that is why I've asked the board to build us a new stadium. And next on to the league. See, we are currently in 5th, and before the last game, I think we were 8th with 36. We've currently got 36 points, and that is the last Europa League spot for Russia. So I hope we can consolidate that space and make it our own. But I believe Lokomotiv Moscow will win their game in hand and probably go ahead of us. Although if we get 6th, depending on the winner of the Russian Cup, we can get into the second round of the second qualifying round of the Europa League as well. And finally, I will show you fixtures. Actually, no, before we do that, I'll show you some of the tables around England and maybe Poland if anyone cares about that. So currently this year, Man City are absolutely dominating the Premier League, followed by Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, Chelsea and Man U. Cardiff and Sunderland having very good seasons. Everton having a bit of a mare. QPR having a good season for them. They need to go down. Sorry for my house phone, I can't be asked to answer that. And I'm not going to pause the video, so you're going to have to live with that. Hope Villa go down as I don't like them. Championship, when it loads. Blackburn top it, followed by Norwich, and then West Ham, Forest, Bolton, Huddersfield in the playoff places. Nothing really stands out there. Fulham, hope they go down. Good to see Ipswich down there as well. They're basically relegated along with Barnsley. And if there's anyone else, you can have a quick look through that. League One, Brentford, Charlton, Donny, MK Dons, Chesterfield, Bradford, and then my team Scunny in 8th, only 2 points out of the playoffs, so not bad. Anyone there you can have a look at. League 2. Nobody in here I care about really, so you can just go and have a brief look at that if you like. Blue Square Premier. Like I said, nobody in here that I really care about, so you can have a quick look through that. Blue Square North. You can have a quick look through that. Yet again, nobody I really care about in there. Not going to do Blue Square South as I hate that league and don't pay attention to any of it. On to Poland in the Ekstraklasa. Let's have a go at pronouncing this. Olympia. Gudziad. That's probably going to be wrong, and Nick's going to murder me for butchering that name, but that's the best I can do. And they are predicted to finish 15th after they came up from the first division last year. So to be leading the Ekstraklasa ahead of Legia Warsaw and Lech Poznan is a incredible achievement. Although it does look like they may be about to bottle it soon. And there you go, you can have a look at them if you really care about them. First division, don't care about any of that really, apart from Arca, but they're not doing that well at the minute. Russian first division for anyone that cares as well. There you go. Spartak Nalchik and Mordovia Saransk in the promotion places, and Arsenal Tula and Terek Grozny in the playoffs. And in the relegation zone there is Sokol Saratov, I believe. Let's have a quick look. Shouldn't have done that as my laptop takes ages. Yep, Sokol Saratov followed by Yenisei Krasnoyarsk, Khimki, Chita, and Chernomorets, Novosibirsk or something. Hard name to pronounce. And finally, we will go on to the fixtures. See how long? 15 minutes. Fixtures for this year. Not going to cover any of the friendlies, although we did. That's last year anyway, so doesn't matter. Not going to cover the friendlies this year. Started off nicely with a 5-2 win over Rostov. Dmitry Idov, Vadim Steklov, Denis Boyarintsev, Viktor Svezov and Alex Nimley with the goals. 1-0 defeat to Zenit, to be expected there. 1-0 defeat at home to Spartak Moscow, also to be expected. Followed up with an incredible 2-1 win away to CSKA Moskva. And Sergei Golovanov and Viktor Svezov with the goals. 2-1 defeat to Volga Nizhny Novgorod, with Matt Smith getting the consolation goal. 1-0 win over Krasnodar at home, with Matt Smith getting the goal again. 1-0 defeat away to Amkar Perm, with Mikhail Bakayev getting a red card, and then Amkar going on to secure the victory. 3-0 home win over Rubin Kazan, with Dmitry Idov, Yakubovsky and Musa with the goals. 1-0 away win over Gazovik Orenburg, with Matt Smith with the goal again. And then in the Russian Cup third round, 3-0 defeat of Khimki, Matt Smith with 2 and Serdarov with 1. 0-0 away to Lokomotiv Moscow, which is a good result as well. Then, actually we'll show you this first. We played 3 games in a space of, 4 days. So by the end of that game, players were completely knackered. Or you can look at it as actually 4 games in a week, or 5 games in 11 days, I believe that is. 2-0 win over Tomsk with Dmitry Idov and Serdarov with the goals. And then in the Russian Cup 6th round, Dmitry Idov and Denis Boyarintsev with the goals in a 2-0 win. 2-0 win over Dynamo Moscow as well, which is a good result, although they are struggling this year. Viktor Svezov and Alex Nimley with the goals. Then a pretty shocking 3-1 home defeat to Krylia Sovetov Samara, with Viktor Svezov getting a goal to make it 1-1 before they went on to win 3-1. I'll show you this match actually, because I think we had an incredible match here, as we were expected to get absolutely dominated by Kubin Krasnodar, and we turned up with a 4-1 win, and as you can see we actually went 4-0 ahead. 4-0 ahead. Serdarov with 2, Dmitry Idov with 1 and Viktor Svezov with another, before Bakayev got sent off yet again, and then a minute later Ibrahim Abolde pulled a goal back for Kuban, but as you can see we won 4-1 and we deserved it with the shots on target. And this season actually we have been getting dominated in most games, as our team is pretty shocking, and most teams in the Premier League, there's a massive difference in between the First Division and the Premier League, as most teams that come up either struggle incredibly badly and go down, or struggle pretty badly and just manage to stay up by the skin of their teeth. Anyway, next was a 3-0 away win to Anjim Makachkala, Idov, Matt Smith and an own goal, I presume, as there's only 2 goal scorers there. Good result. 2-2 away draw at Rostov, pretty good result as well. Musa and Smith with the goals. And then 1-0 home defeat by Zenit. We got dominated there, and then with our only clear-cut chance of the game, Idov missed a penalty. 2-0 away defeat to Spartak Moscow, to be expected as well. And then a 2-2 home draw with CSKA Moscow, with Musa and Matt Smith drawing us level after we went 2-0 down within about 15-20 minutes.
And that was followed up by a 3-1 home defeat over Volga. Idov, Smith and Katsolopov getting the goals. Friendlies were pretty shocking. Actually, no, they're not that bad actually. 1-0 Dynamo Moscow. 2-0 loss to Sparta Prague. 2-1 win over Khimki. 1-0 defeat to Tsiska Moscow. 1-0 win over Khimik Dzержinsk. 3-0 loss to Lokomotiv Moscow. 2-1 win over Spartak Moscow, so a good result, and a 3-2 win away to Chernomorets Novosibirsk. And then I'll show you this one quickly. It's a game I've just played, which was a 2-1 win over FC Krasnodar to get us back underway after like the 3-4 month winter break that the Premier League has. And as you can see there, we were dominated, but their sending off ended up helping us quite a bit, even though they went 1-0 ahead after the sending off. Kakuta and Matt Smith were the goals. They were a decent result, and if I would showed you the table, but I'll show you again, puts us into 5th, 1 point behind Krasnodar and Udubin, who if they slip up and we win, we can go 3rd. And we'll look at the rules. That may get us teams placed 3rd and 4th qualify for Europa League playoffs. So we wouldn't get the Champions League, but to be fair, if we get into Europa League, I'll be very happy with that. Although, as I do really need to get into there to try and stabilise the finances for next year. Quick rundown: Zenit leading the way, followed by Spartak Moscow, obviously Rubin, Krasnodar, and then Torpedo, Lokomotiv, followed by Krylia Sobitov, Rostov, Kuban Krasnodar. 6th for Moscow are having a shocker of a season, only 5 points off the relegation playoffs. Anzhi down in 11th, and Dynamo Moscow down in 12th, also having a shocker like they normally do on FM actually, and only 3 points off the relegation playoffs. And in the relegation playoffs is Amkar, Volga, and in the actual relegation zone, Gazovic, Orenburg and Tom Toms. So, see how long this has run on for. 22 minutes. It's a long enough video, guys, and come back with another update maybe tomorrow if I have the time, or depending on what I'm doing. And if not, I'll come back with another update in a couple of days, and then that might actually be the end of this series and the end of me posting on the channel, unless I can find either a way to get Camtasia working without having to buy like the software key, because I don't have the money for that, or if I can find another recording device to use to record a little bit more FM for you guys. And anyway, if you have any suggestions of what recording device I could use, then drop it in the comments below. And yeah, that's me done, guys, so see you in a bit. Bye.